Hello friends, and welcome to the craft room here in my 1902 farmhouse, and welcome to week 29 of our heirloom Afghan crochet along. Today we're going to be working on this beautiful alternate spike single crochet stitch for our block. So grab your supplies and let's get started. You're going to want your size H crochet hook and whatever color you're using for color A. For me, that is white. So let's go ahead and get started with a slip knot, leaving yourself a nice long tail that can be sewn back into your work later because you don't want it to come undone. Get that slip knot onto your hook, and we're going to start this block, the alternate spike single crochet, with a chain of 26. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 25, and 26. So here's our beginning chain. Let's move right on to row 1. Very simple row. What we're going to do is we're going to single crochet in the second chain from the hook and in each chain across. So not counting the loop that's already on your hook, we're going to skip the first chain right here, and we're going to go to the second chain and just go ahead and place a single crochet in that chain. Moving to the next chain, place a single crochet. The next chain, a single crochet, and so on. You're going to want to work a single crochet in every chain all the way down to the end, and I'll meet up with you there. Okay, we're to the end of our chains here. This is number 23 single crochet, 24, and 25. Since we started with a chain of 26 and we skipped the first one, we know that we should have 25 single crochets across for our row 1 for our alternate spike single crochet block. Let's move on to row 2. Again, a very simple row for you to complete. We're going to chain 1 and turn our work, and we're going to single crochet in every single crochet across. So make sure you do the first one too. So we've already got our chain there. We're just going to place a single crochet in every single crochet. Now make sure as you're putting your hook into the stitch that you're working in, you get both the front loop and the back loop. And since we are working in 25 stitches, when you get to the end, you should have 25 single crochet. So again, 1 single crochet in every stitch across, and I'll meet up with you at the end of the row. And 25. Make sure you get both of those loops on that very last one. Sometimes it's a little tricky. So there we are with our row 2 for this block. Very simple, but the next row is going to change things up a bit. So let's work on row 3. Moving on to row 3, we're going to chain 1 and turn. Now we're going to single crochet in the first single crochet right here. Inserting our hook, grabbing our yarn and pulling it through, yarn over, pull through both loops. Now this is where our pattern really starts to take shape. We have our next single crochet right here. We're not going to work in this single crochet. We're going to work in the space where this single crochet was worked. You see this little hole right here? We're going to place our hook below this single crochet into the space where the single crochet was worked. Grab our yarn and pull it through. And then we're going to just kind of tug on our yarn a little bit to pull it up level with the row that we're working on. And then we're going to yarn over and pull through both of those loops that are on our hook. And it creates this really nice little spike single crochet. Moving on to our next stitch, our next single crochet right here. We're going to place a single crochet. So that's just like a regular single crochet right there. Our next stitch is the spike single crochet. So right here's our next single crochet, and we're going down into where that single crochet was worked. You can see the little hole right there. We're going to place our hook into that little hole, grab our yarn and pull it through, and then we're going to give it a nice little tug to bring that yarn up to the level where we're working on this row. Yarn over, pull through 2. Our next stitch is just going to be a regular single crochet right here. and you're just going to alternate. This is called the alternate spike single crochet. So there's a regular single crochet. The next one, here's our single crochet. We're going to go down to the row below, and we're going to go into where that single crochet was worked. There's our little hole right there. You always want to look for that little hole. Place your hook into that little hole, grab your yarn and pull it through, and again, give it a nice little tug to bring it up to the level where you're working. Yarn over and pull through both. If you don't pull the yarn up, let's back this up a little bit. Let's take this stitch out that we just did. If we place our hook into this stitch, whoops, down here where we're going to work our spike, if we just place our hook in there, grab our yarn, pull it through, and complete a double crochet, we're going to start pulling our work down. And then we're going to work a regular stitch, and it's going to pull our work down. And before you know it, you're going to be all cattywampus. You don't need to do that. You don't want to do that, okay? And you don't want to get too far into your work before you realize that you've done it. So again, this next stitch is right here, but we're going to work in the space below where we completed that single crochet. We're going to go into that hole, grab our yarn and pull up, and give it a nice little tug. You don't have to worry about going too far because this loop right here isn't going to let you go any farther than you need to go. Yarn over, pull through both loops on your hook. And I like to tell myself a little, almost like a little mantra cadence as I go. It's like regular single crochet, spike single crochet, and I know my spike is going to go down here into this hole. Spike, single crochet, give it a little tug. The next one's going to be a regular single crochet. And the next one's going to be a spike. Here's our single crochet right here. I'm going to go into that little hole below it and give it a little tug. Spike, single crochet. Regular single crochet. Spike, single crochet. And I just kind of say that to myself as I go. It reminds me of the pattern: regular single crochet, then a spike single crochet, regular crochet, spike single crochet, and it lets me know where I need to be. So here's a regular single crochet, and I know the next one's a spike. Here's my little hole. Give this yarn a nice little tug up, spike. I'm going to complete this until I get to the end of the row, and I'll meet you there. Spike, single crochet, and we're here at the end, and this will be a regular single crochet. Now we started this row with a regular single crochet. We're going to end the row with a regular single crochet. Let's move on to row 4 because things are going to change up a little bit. We're going to chain 1 and turn, and because this stitch is the alternating spike single crochet, we're not going to start with a regular single crochet. We're going to start with a spike. So here's our stitch, and here's this little hole right down here. See it? Right here. We're going to place our hook into that little hole where this stitch was worked. Grabbing our yarn, and this is going to be a spike, so we're going to start with a spike and give it that nice little pull to get that started. Our next stitch is a spike single crochet. You see that spike there? You can see the deep V. We're going to do a regular single crochet in that spike. The next stitch is going to be an alternating, so we're going to do a spike. And so here's our next single crochet, and here you can see the hole where it was worked right here. Okay, so we're going to go down into that hole, pull up our yarn, give it a nice tug, and complete our spike single crochet. Next is a spike, so we're going to complete a regular. Next is a regular, so we're going to go down here and complete a spike, and you're just going to alternate all the way across. This is a spike, so we're going to complete a regular. This is a regular, so we're going to go down here and complete a spike. And you're going to complete row 4 all the way across. I'll meet you at the end. We're here at the end of row 4. I've just completed a regular single crochet. We're going to complete a spike single crochet. So here's our next stitch. We're going to go down to this hole, give our yarn a tug, and complete that spike single crochet. Next is a regular single crochet, and we're here to the end, and we need to do a spike single crochet. We're going to place it in that hole right there. And now we've completed row 4. Okay, so let's move on with our square. Row 5, row 6, row 7, row 8. From now on, as we complete our square, we're just going to be repeating row 3 and row 4. So here we are at the end of row 4. We're just going to chain 1 and turn. Now we ended with a spike single crochet. You can see it right here that it's spiked. So we're going to start with a regular single crochet. Here's our next stitch. We know we want it to be a spike, so we're going to find our little hole right here. See this little hole down here? Place our hook in there, give it a nice tug, complete a spike single crochet. Regular single crochet next. Next is a spike. We can see the hole right there. Spike single crochet. Regular single crochet. Spike single crochet. Regular single crochet. Spike single crochet. So every time you do those spike single crochets, make sure you give your yarn a little tug so it pulls up and makes the room that you need for that spike. Okay, I'm going to continue on with alternating rows 3 and 4 until my block is approximately 7 inches square, and I'll meet up with you there. Okay, I've completed several rows of row 3 and 4 repeat for our beautiful little spike single crochet block. Let's get another block and line these up and see how close I am to being where we need to be for our size. I've grabbed, this is block 19 I'm going to use for comparison. And you can see it's a little bit wider, but that's okay. If you want to block this, you can. But as far as how many rows I need to do, right on there, look at that. Here's at the edge here. And again, like I said, as you block this, this will probably stretch out to be the same size. And we're right here to the edge where we need to be. So having completed these rows, make sure you do not fasten off, because now you're going to want to complete edging round 1 and edging round 2 for your block. Then there's only one thing left to do. Make sure you get a tag. Write on the tag week 29 alternate spikes single crochet and affix it to your block. Then you can go ahead, block this if you need to, or put it aside with the other blocks that you've completed for your Heirloom Afghan crochet along. Okay friends, that's all for today. We'll see you next time when we're going to work on block number 30, eyelet lace. Until then, take care of yourself, take care of each other, and have a blessed day. Bye-bye.